Okay. We are now live. And I got to be honest with you guys. Right before I went live, I was stripping down my back wall. That's right behind me. I got to scrub my wall, so don't judge it, okay? I had a great big background for way too long. But I decided, you know what? I'm not at the beach all the time. I'm at home. So I'm going to hang. And this has part to do with what we're doing tonight, by the way, is finding yourself a good office space, a good place that you can work. I'll be honest with you guys, 90% of the time I'm working and my husband's across the living room from me and like is cleaning. This is so embarrassing to admit, but my husband is like cleaning nonstop every day, all day. And he stops and talks to me and asks me questions, and I've got to take the dogs out. Anyways, I was finding I wasn't very productive. I got in the habit, like I think a lot of us do, of the day-to-day in and outs of stuff. So anyways, I want some stuff behind me that's going to make me happy and make me want to work in my workspace. So I have my 200K signs. I have my millionaire signs on the way here now. I have my $200,000 bonus. By the way, for anybody that doesn't know, yes, Amanda earned that, okay, when it was available the first time. I gotta blow my own whistle there because that was pretty badass, not gonna lie. And I want you guys to all have these signs whenever you earn certain stuff, and it's cool. Even though I don't like to take them home, I always talk somebody into sending it my way. But I came across this yesterday at Bed Bath & Beyond for $10. And it's literally 4 different squares that you can put up on your wall. And it's a calendar. It's a dry erase calendar. It's also a sticky note type of board. It also has a Sunday through Saturday daily thing, so you could like write extra stuff on. And then it also has like a board like this. Hold on. Oh good. Nobody judge my board, okay? Also a board like this. And I'm tearing my board apart because I hit that and I only have 6 pounds left to hit the 100-pound goal. And anyways, I don't don't pay attention to me. I'm not the most organized person on the planet, but that's kind of why I brought on the 2 guests that I have tonight. Because, guys, we all have busy lives, and I'm not sure if Erin's in the car. Erin and Brittany are both on tonight. Erin made a move. Her kids started new school. She's had her own health issues. Her daughter's had some health issues. Today's Veterans Day, which, by the way, Erin, thank your husband for his service. If he's in the car, is Jake in the car?
He's not.
No. But so Erin is on her way home. Her daughter had practice tonight and it ran over. So I'm going to let her just go ahead and run her mouth real quick, and then I'll come back.
Okay, I am going to talk. Bear with me if I look confused. If you guys can't see me, I'm sorry. I really may be cutting out. I hope not, but
She only sounded like a robot for like 2 seconds, and I think we might have lost her. We did. Erin, you're not. You're like roboting us.
hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm Erin. For those of you that don't know me, I'm just like you. I am a mom of 3, like she said. I'm a wife. But more importantly, I'm a person that loves to support other people. Amanda asked if I could get on and talk about kind of what has. I'm going to turn my hold on a second, y'all. I'm going to turn this on just so you can see me. I'm not going to look at you guys. Please don't take any disrespect by it. I have, for her to say that I've kind of struggled, that's really an understatement. Those of you that are on my team, you know, I've kind of been absent. Let's be honest. Like she said, I did recently make a move. I've recently had surgery, but you know, the one thing, it's kind of ironic. Amanda asked me if I would be willing to be on this Zoom And sometimes for us to be able to do what we need to do, it takes somebody putting a foot up your butt and saying, I believe in you. I believe in everybody, but sometimes I struggle to believe in myself. Sometimes I question myself. We bought a new house. Everything has gone wrong with our house. And you just kind of get deflated. And I was talking to I was with another company before. I was talking to one of my old teammates, a girl that I would have considered kind of one of my closest teammates. And I said, my upline asked me to be on a Zoom tomorrow. And I said, I'm really scared. And she said, what are you scared of? You're good at that. And I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. Let's be honest. What am I scared of? Well, I'm scared of sounding like an idiot. I'm scared of not knowing what I'm talking about. I'm scared of somebody on my team seeing me on a Zoom being like, you've been absent as hell. You haven't done anything. Excuse my language. You haven't done anything for us as a team. And they're right. I haven't. I mean, I've believed in them. I've loved them. They know I love them. They know my love is unwavering, but I haven't been a very good business role model. I'm being honest. I'm not beating myself up. Those of you who know me, those of you who are on my team, I promise I'm saying this. I don't need confirmation that I've done a great job because I haven't. I'm just being real, you guys. And that's what I need you to know. I need each of you on this Zoom right now. If you haven't worked your business for whatever reason, if you've been lazy, if you've had life happening for you, okay, so what? You know what? That was yesterday. Today's a new day. I'm going to tell you, I was watching Lion King last night. Stupid, whatever. I was watching the new Lion King. We were totally bootlegging it on the internet. Sorry, not sorry. It is what it is. We're watching it, and all of a sudden, it was where Scar was like coming after Simba, and he was like, I am the king. Like, my dad, I am. And like, he was about to fall, and all of a sudden he was like, oh, hell no, I'm taking this back, and I'm taking this reign, and Scar, you're out of luck, you're out of here, right? Okay, so you guys, for those of you who haven't taken Scar by the paws and said, forget it, it can be as metaphorical or as literal as you want it to be, so you failed. So you've told your team, okay, I'm coming back 4 times before, and you haven't done it. And you've said, I'm really sorry, life keeps happening. And by the way, life does keep happening. And for those of you that say there are no excuses, no, there aren't excuses. You're absolutely right. Excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. But I'm going to tell you something. Those excuses that some people might accuse me of having happen to be my reason for running my business. It happens to be that those excuses that some people want to accuse me of having are people that I gave birth to. It happens to be that my daughter is going to have a very, very major surgery, a 12 to 14 hour reconstructive surgery of her face. Is that an excuse for me not to work my business? No, but it sure is a damn good reason for me to take the time that I need to be able to put myself back together and to be able to work my business in a way that's necessary so I can be present with my daughter when she has that major reconstructive surgery. And all of us, I can say probably 85% of you that are saying, yeah, I haven't worked my business as hard as maybe I should have. Well, who says how you should have? Like, who is your definition? Who are you allowing to define what you should or shouldn't have done? And Amanda, you can shut me up at any point because I'm just driving, so I'm babbling. But if you allow people to define what you should and shouldn't do, you're letting their expectations down. But where do your expectations come in? So when I started in this company, I had been with a different company. Some of you may or may not know, we happen to have a thing called that crazy rap thing. But I was with a different company, and I realized after being with that company, I'm not going to bash my time there, but I'm going to tell you, after almost 3 years of being with that company and hitting the second highest rank in the company, I was struggling with postpartum depression incredibly bad. And at that time, I moved across country from California to the DC area. And as I continued literally my fight for my life with postpartum depression, I realized I had just lived in one of the top destinations, vacation travel destinations in the United States, in San Diego, California. And I don't remember living there because I worked all the time. This business, one thing about network marketing, about multi-level marketing, about direct sales, it is a sheer matter of numbers in versus numbers out. But I didn't work smart. I worked really, really hard. I will be honest, I spammed the crap out of people. I was intentionally spamming people because that's all I knew how to do. If that works for you, girl, do you. Boy, do you. Do what works for you. But once I realized that I literally had 3 years of my children's lives that I almost can't recall, when I started using Lavelle, I was like, I am not trying to be a promoter. There is no chance. But I felt so good. I was telling all of my friends about it, and I was giving them my product as a customer. And finally, one day, my husband said, why don't you become a promoter? And the reason I share that with you is I went the extreme opposite. So those of you who have never been in network marketing before, some of you feel like you don't have a story, or some of you feel like you don't know what you're doing. But you know, the people that have experience, they know what they're doing, and they have an upper hand. But you guys, the reality is there's good and bad on both sides of that. And so what happened to me is I went to the extreme opposite. I was never working. I did really well. I hit 40K, and then I kind of didn't because I wanted to be with my family. And I didn't really do a very good job of developing my leadership here. But what I did do is continue to be a product of the product, and I continued to use the product. However, I let people get in my head. I would see people post things and I would get really frustrated, and I'd be like, gosh, I wonder if that's pointed at me. Because every so often I would try to post something and I'd think a lot about it and I'd overthink it. And I felt like maybe those nasty backhanded comments and side comments were directed at me. So then I would just not post anything because I didn't want to spam people. So I struggled. I struggle a lot. But I want you to know that my story isn't over. And as I watched Scar with Simba last night, it was, like I said, it was kind of a metaphorical symbolism for me of, hey, I mean, if you're not a believer in Christ, like whatever, don't think too far into this. But like, my Father is far bigger than any freaking struggle that I have faced so far. And I have allowed the opinion and the thoughts and maybe not even the opinion or the thoughts, but my daggone interpretation of them to halt me in living and working and being me. And y'all, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah. You know, Erin, I asked Erin to be on tonight because you guys, Erin's got one of the kindest giving hearts I know, and is probably one of the hardest people on herself that I also know. and doesn't see her own greatness. And I was like, dude, you're such a lover and such a heart. Like, I want you to share. And she's like, but Amanda, I've been absent. And I said, Erin, you can change that. And the reality of it is that's my whole point, is that you don't have to, and Erin was just saying this, you don't have to work like me. You don't have to work like, Jamie Pecker, or you don't have to work like Sarah Fryer or Brittany, or I'm like looking at different Brittany's, or Jessica, or you just got to work like you, and you just got to figure that out. What it is that you 100%, like this positive self-talk, knowing what it is within you, right? And Erin, I'm glad you watched some Lion King last night, because your ass needed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing, Amanda, that you said, that people on this Zoom, I want everybody to take away, and I hope some of my team is on. I asked them to get on, but what I think I want my message to be tonight is, you could have been through the depths of hell since you started, okay? You could have questioned maybe not even your business, maybe your existence. You could have doubted your ability at everything, as a parent, as a human. You could have worked really, really hard also and not shown the results that you feel like you should be showing. And I think, and I haven't even said it, and so it's going to be weird to some of you for me to say this is the message I want you to give away, but Amanda kind of just hit the nail on the head. Can I ask each of you to make a commitment to me, even though you don't know me from Adam probably? Can I ask you to commit to me for you to be you? Like, I have a lot of friends on Facebook that I've never met in my life, but I know them because I know them. Like, I've gotten to know them on social media, and so many people. Last Friday, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm sorry, Brittany, if I'm talking for you, but last Friday, I let loose, man. Like, let loose, got hammered. Okay? I was at my house, got hammered, did a live video on Facebook. Do you guys know that I probably had 25 messages from people that said, I've missed you. Where have you been? Please tell me you're coming back. I'm not telling you to become an alcoholic. I'm not telling you to go get drunk and do live videos. I'm not telling you any of that. But I am a spaz to the core of who I am. Okay? I'm crazy. I'm jovial, whatever. But I've lost that because all of a sudden I started seeing, right, the people that were leaders, not only in our company, but in other companies. And I've seen their comments. I've seen their bashing sessions. I've seen their posts that truly are painful to me because it hurts me. And what I need you to do is I need you to understand that that's fine if that's what they're posting and if that's what they believe. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to tell you something. The first thing that I want you to know is if it is a leader in another company and that's what they're posting, my guess is probably the reason that they're actually doing that is really because they're trying to target you. They're trying to pull you to the dark side or to the great side. They're trying to show you that grass is greener on the other side. The people that talk about cold messaging, I don't recommend cold messaging. I recommend getting a warm market before you message somebody. But the people that are telling you how terrible cold messages are the same people that are posting in their large groups as leaders of their company cold messaging scripts. They're bashing them, but leading with them. You guys, the people that are bashing other people, that are making you feel bad about what you're doing, about making excuses about whatever it might be, just take the food into everybody. Those are the same people, honestly, that are hoping for your failure. They're hoping that you don't get where you need to be. And I only recently realized that. So keep being you, because nobody else is greater than you are. share who you are with the people on your social media or out face to face, and you can't fail at being you. You can fail at trying to be somebody else. You can fail at trying to hit the needs and the expectations that somebody else might have for you. And that's truly the crux of where I began failing, was because there was one person who I considered a friend who started to post things, and I felt like she was targeting me. And I'm going to be honest, I learned later that she was targeting me because she tried really hard to recruit me. I'm not going to sit here and say I could never be recruited somewhere, but you better have a really good thing that's going to take me away from what I do now. Because what I do now gave me my life back, gave my children their mom back, gave my husband his wife back. But I forgot who I was because somebody else had me influenced to believe that what I was, what made me almost $750,000 in my previous company, that wasn't enough. And that was annoying. And that was wrong. And everything I did, but it wasn't, because it was what worked for me. Don't overthink it. Be you. Share you. And nobody can fault you for you trying your best. So that's all I want to.
I love you. You just exactly what I wanted from you to come out of your mouth came out of your mouth just now. And I love you. I know you've got to get into the house, and you guys just pulled in the house and everything. Erin, I thank you so much, because I'll mute you so I can run my mouth, but I love you and I'm so proud of you. I'm going to cry, because she's going to come back with a vengeance now, because I know her. I love you, Erin. Okay, I'm going to mute her because I'm going to cry. I don't even want to look at you right now because I'm crying. I'm muting myself. Oh, gosh. Okay. You guys, Erin just said something just right there that I want you to understand. I have gone through these last few years before bringing Brittany on. God, Brittany said, don't you make me go last. And look at what I'm doing. I'm making her totally go last. But I'm going to tell you this. You guys will never excel in this business if you aren't who you are. You have to find out who that person is, though. And, I want to challenge each and every one of you. Sarah Fryer put up a really good post today in her team page. And I started reading it and I thought, I wonder if people really do know. And here's what it is. I'm going to pull it up right now, because I want you to really think about these things, because this is the kind of stuff you should be sharing. What are your hobbies? Do you collect anything? What do you do when you're bored? What do you do for fun? Where are you at in your life right now? I can't find the post, but I'm just remembering these specific things off the top of my head. Regardless, I'm just going to say this. The reality of it is that you are never going to be Brittany. I'm never going to be Erin. I'm never going to be somebody that I'm not. You guys, listen, sometimes I cuss, okay? And sometimes I drop F-bombs inappropriately, and that's not everybody's cup of tea. That's okay, because I probably wouldn't want to be working with somebody that was sitting there judging me all the time, right? I don't want to work with somebody that's going to judge me all the time. I want to work with somebody that accepts me for the crazy person that I am. I mean, my husband somehow managed to stick with me for the last 18 years. God bless his soul. But the reality of it is that not everybody is going to be somebody that's going to be a potential customer of yours or a potential promoter or be on your team or a customer of yours. And that's okay. Your job isn't to please everybody. Your job is to help those that need it, that you position yourself in front of. It's all about being in front of the right people at the right time, guys. But But you have to do the work to get yourself in front of those people. Meaning you've got to put yourself out there a little bit. You've got to talk. You've got to open your mouth. You've got to let people know about your business. You've got to share those type of things. I'm going to tell you guys, just like Aaron was talking about, sometimes you're on the other side of that where you come from a lot of experience in this industry, and boy, can it mess your head up because you're worried about you're over posting, you're not posting enough, you're posting all the wrong things. Oh my gosh, am I spammy? Oh, do they think that I'm like bragging? I mean, a lot of stuff can get in your head. Or better yet, maybe you fell really behind. Like you fell on your ass and you quit working and you got really lazy and half your team quit or half your team's just not working. Well, guess what, guys? I hate to tell you this. You could be working your ass off and half your team could still quit. That's just the reality of it, period. And that's the nature of this business. There's good and there's bad, but I can tell you this, the person that I've become because of this industry is somebody I'm proud of. It's somebody that I can honestly tell you, like, I was lacking friendships in my life that take me to that next level, and I have them now. I'm not a perfect friend. I suck at remember your birthday. I probably am going to forget your kids' names like the first year that I know you. I'm just not that good of a person, I guess. I'm probably going to ditch out on the party really quick. I'm going to go around. I'm going to say, but you're going to see me freak out because I'm trying to get a picture of people. You're going to see me get super overwhelmed and probably have a couple anxiety attacks when you're around me in person. I mean, the reality of it is the list could go on and on and on. But the one thing I can tell you is that I love this business and I love the people and I love helping people. I love making people feel good. I love achieving my goals and helping other people achieve their goals. And that's what I've recently gotten back to sharing is Amanda, like the real raw Amanda, and talking about the fact that I want to help people, talking about the fact that I've been on this journey and it's not been perfect, but I sure as heck have a long way still to go and a lot of people to help along this way. And recently I found my fire again because I'm not trying to be everything for everybody. In fact, and I love all of our leaders, okay? But there's a 200K swap right now that I'm not leading. Why am I not leading it? Because I knew that I couldn't give my all because I needed to put my all somewhere else. And that was on me and sharing where I thrive biggest at, which guess what? Coincidentally, I started getting back to these Monday night Zooms that I used to do all the time very consistently. But this year I slacked on because I was in my own head. I was feeling like I wasn't good enough or that I didn't have what it was that I needed to share. But the reality of it is I was telling myself that. I was telling myself that, but I was also trying to be all for everybody. And I'm going to tell you right now, I recently created a new active team chat, and I'm going to tell you why I created that new active team chat. And I hate chats, you guys. I hate freaking chat. But it's about community, okay? And it's also about the fact that why would you want to be in a chat where nobody's actually active? And there are chats that are not active and they don't benefit anybody. Sometimes people need that community around them, right? Sometimes people just need people moving bodies, talking bodies, asking questions, bodies, but they don't need negativity. They need to learn how to use their resources. I'm going to tell you right now, and Brittany, I'm going to bring Brittany on right after I say this because I actually yelled at Brittany and I told her to put her damn phone down and go do what she's got to go do. And if you're on Brittany's team, I'm going to tell you, I told her to put her damn phone down and go do what Brittany's got to do and to quit answering all your damn messages. Okay. I love you all. But here's the thing. You've got chats. You've got team pages. You guys don't need Brittany to answer everything. And I'm not just targeting Brittany or Brittany's team. Please don't take that, guys. I love you guys. Okay. I do this for everybody. Aaron, Erin can shake her head. I see her eating. She's eating her dinner. I've told her the same thing because I want to model, and I want you guys, because for too long, I tried to be all to everybody. Okay. And you want to know what I learned by trying to be all for everybody? So it was effing exhausting. And my team was trying to duplicate that. And my team was going to burn the hell out. And that's not what I want to teach. I want to teach balance, even though there's not really such a thing as balance, but there is priorities, and your family should always be first. That is a rule and something that I have stood behind since the day I joined this. With that said, with my family first, the first 9 weeks in this business, I told my family, you're not going to see me, because I had to work and I had to come up for air and shove food in my mouth, but I had to get that $200,000 bonus to pay my taxes. Okay. So I had to do it for my family. So I had to like head down and grind and make that happen. But for the most part, the reality of it is that you should be learning how to space out your day, and your team needs to learn how to respect your boundaries. Okay. And just like your customers, if you answer your customers the second that they message you every single time, guys, guess what? The second that you actually have something going on in your life and you can't answer them, what are you doing? It's kind of like Pavlov's dog. You ever hear like the psychology behind that? You put the food in front of the dog and comes and eats it. Put the food in front of the dog's gonna come to eat it. What happens when you quit putting the food right in front of the dog? The dog starts starving because the dog doesn't know how to go out and find their own damn food. You got to learn how to use your resources. You've got to learn how to actually Google stuff. You've got to actually learn how to think on your own and make decisions. Today, coincidentally, before Brittany, I swear God, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to tell Brittany, come on. Coincidentally, 11/11, today's the date, right? One of the things I learned the hard way was that it doesn't pay to get discouraged. Keeping busy and making optimism a way of life can restore your faith in yourself. That's what my little thingy says today. And I just want to leave that with that. And that's Lucille Ball, in case you want to know who wrote that. But the thing is that I don't think that's a coincidence, because I definitely learned that the hard way, that I was keeping busy. I wasn't getting my shit done. I wasn't organized. I had taxes. Guys, I do my taxes on the last day that it's due every single time. My CPA hates me. I'm literally categorizing everything on the day that it's due. But why do I do that? Because I don't prioritize stuff, because I'm always like, oh, I can get to it later. I'm going to answer this message, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. And I don't sit there and have a conversation with my husband or whatever it might be. No, now everybody is pretty much aware. If it's like 3:30 in the afternoon till probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock, you're probably not going to see me on a whole bunch, maybe here and there, but I'm not going to do 3-way chats with you during that time unless I'm able to, but more than likely I'm not going to, because that's when my kids are home. That's when we're doing homework. That's when we're getting dinner ready. That's when we're going to dance. That's when we're going to softball practice. That's when I'm running around like God knows what. And then normally not until after 9 o'clock is whenever, if you've ever asked me to do a live with you, I'm normally like, I can do it before 3 or I can do it after 9 p.m. Which one you want? You want before 3 or after 9? And the reason I do that is because I've had to learn to set those boundaries so that I could give more of who I am to my family, like to my kids. Just like Erin, she wasted all that time where she never even saw this most beautiful city ever because she had her head down and working. She doesn't remember certain things with her kids because she had her head down and working. Well, I don't want Erin to look back at being like, damn, Amanda was a drill sergeant and on my ass about not working. I want her to think back, damn, I'm glad Amanda believed in me. That's what I want. And I want her to be like, you know what, Amanda showed me that she could take care of herself, and she made herself a priority and her family a priority, but her family was her why and herself was her why. And that's what pushed her every day to get up and be better and to help more people. And you guys, I don't know about you, but that's the kind of leadership that I want. I want somebody that's going to show up and be there and support me even on my bad days. Like, that's what I want. Anyways, Brittany, you want to share a little bit about some intentional work? I can't even spit it out. But also just how you do it, because Brittany's got 5 kids, you guys, and I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let Brittany share. Brittany, you talk.
I don't know if you want me to talk, because I might start crying, because I'm very emotional. I'm going to warn everybody, because when Amanda asked me to get on the Zoom, I kind of felt like Aaron, and I'm like, wait a second, which probably a lot of people know me from going live every day. And for the past 2 weeks, I really haven't. I went live maybe 4 times in 2.5 weeks, and I've been struggling really bad. And Amanda always comes back. Y'all don't understand the leader that you have, and I joined her for a reason. But a lot of y'all want success. Everybody wants success, and it is. There's no excuses. These little things, having your phone down all day, you can get wrapped up in doing things that aren't intentional. I can get so caught up in scrolling and commenting, and we want to build these relationships. But at the same time, the most effective way that I've ever built my business is sharing my life with people. That's what I've done from day one. The very first day I joined Amanda, I went live that next morning. I went live not knowing how to take my 3 steps. I went live when I earned a VIP bonus, when I went 12K, when I went 40K, when we went 80K. I went live while I had the worst depression I've ever had in my life last year. Every single day I talked about it. I went live when we found out our son had autism. We went live when Lavelle paid for us to go to Disney World like 3 or 4 times. Like, we literally take people on a journey every single where we go. And that causes people to know us. But at the same time, it puts us in a spotlight too. And it puts us in the eye of other people. And we had got so used to, which, let me say this, I am 100% grateful for my family. My husband is amazing. I have 5 kids. One is nonverbal autistic. One is in between ADHD and bipolar disorder. So it is a crazy life. My husband's an associate pastor. He now has his own business at home too. So we work around each other's schedules, and me and him are addicted to working. Let me just be 100% honest, because us working every day and making sacrifices, like being on this Zoom instead of laying in the bed watching, never mind, me and Amanda watch the same shows. But anyway, we make these sacrifices all the time. And when Amanda's telling you to not work, she's not telling you not work. She's telling you to stop doing these activities that aren't making you any money, because you can spiral. And I've been in a spiral for like 2.5 weeks. So I'm literally trying to share what I'm going through. But you can go through a spiral of, what am I going to post? Is this good enough? How many likes is it going to get? Who's going to like it? Are they seeing me? Am I bringing value? When you finally do go live, you're going to say, I didn't say half the stuff I wanted to say, but they didn't give me a heart, and they didn't share it. And I asked them to share it. And then maybe I should go back and delete it. And your anxiety starts to creep in, and you hear all these voices, because you see Brittany, who's been going live for 2.5 years, and I may have more likes than you. And you don't know that I've been going live for 2.5 years. You don't know that I've been doing this since before Lavelle. Like, I made a name for myself, and it wasn't easy. And now, once I've hit a certain point in my success, and what y'all realize, once you hit a certain point in your success, you have to keep the success. You don't put it in cruise control. I'm sure every leader can tell you they've learned from putting it in cruise control. You think, oh, I'm there, my team's going to get me. No. Am I 80K? Yes. But right now, we struggled to hit 40K last month, and that's okay. You're going to lose team members. You're going to lose customers, okay? I have people who come to me on a daily basis. This customer quit. This promoter quit. I had a promoter join last month that promised me the world. God, I hope she's probably not on here, but she never did anything. And I had such high hopes in that. And you put all your eggs in one basket, and you don't continue to do the other, and you waste so much time on the phone answering things. Guys, you got to get to the point. You got to start being stop being desperate, and really find people that are interested in it, because they're going to let you know.
Can I stop you real quick and say this? I have somebody that keeps on messaging me, asking me about getting started, that signed up the day after I joined. She signed up the day after I joined, guys, and messages me about once a month what she's got to do to get started. You've got to ignore the messages until they actually freaking do something at some point. Okay? Okay, Brittany, I love you. I just had to say that.
No, you're fine. You just have to realize that it's not going to be for everybody. You're going to even have customers that said they felt good the first week. They get buyer's remorse and they make an excuse how they can't do it anymore. It's not because the products wasn't working. It's not because of you. It's not because you're a failure or a leader. It's not because you gave bad customer service. It's not you. Listen, my husband sells life insurance now. I use him as a staple point because some of us on here that have worked our personal business, he's never been his own boss. Hopefully he can't hear me. But he goes through this all the time, this mindset thing. And it's not people turning down Eric. It's people turning down life insurance. They don't want it right then. But he keeps going and he keeps going and he keeps going until he gets that one person, because I promise you guys, there's somebody out there that's going to love the business as much as you do. There's somebody out there that's going to take the products correctly and reorder every single month and send you customer referrals. There's people out there that are watching you, okay? When I stopped going live for 2 weeks, I've got scared to hit that live button, and I think, what if nobody missed me? What if me going live for 2.5 years was for no reason? What if I didn't impact anybody? And let me tell you, I went to Walmart this evening. This is so crazy that everything happens all the time to me, and it's signs all the time. There's a lady, I've talked to her for years at Walmart. Years. We're not friends on Facebook. She knows me by having 5 crazy kids at Walmart. That's what she knows me for. I'm at Walmart 3-4 times a week. She said, hey, I think I seen you on Facebook the other day, because I had this big thing where I read my Jesus calling book, and it was just, you'll have to go watch it. But she's like, wasn't you preaching on Facebook? And I'm like, well, I don't preach. I guess because she was talking about, because I'm a Bible, I was like, my husband's like an associate pastor, but I don't preach. She's like, well, you really helped me, and my friend shared it, and I didn't even know that you did that stuff. I didn't even know you were on Facebook. I didn't. And how ironic was it? Even though I only live 4 times in the past 2.5 weeks, those 4 videos that I did have probably reached more people than me going live every single day, because I felt like I owed it to everybody else. Like, Brittany, your day cannot go on until you do this. But after I'd done it for so long, I wasn't providing value anymore. And when I take the time to personally develop myself and to personally get on Zooms and to personally watch those videos that, you'll see your leader post a video in the group chat and you're like, I'm not watching that. I don't have time to watch that. Watch it. They're telling you to do these things for a reason. When they tell you get on these crazy calls with Paul, get on them. When they tell you to get on a Zoom, if it's 3 nights a week, get on them. You have to make these sacrifices to get to the level that you want to be at. One more comparison, then I'll shut up. When I first joined, in our first 8 weeks, we earned these bonuses that are out. We went $40,000 bonus, okay? If you're new in this, run for that, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, once you build a team, it is harder to get there, because I myself and Amanda said, I get not complacent, but in feeling the need and the guilt to have to help everybody and keep everybody happy and make sure everybody's on the same page. When in reality, if they want it, they'll start doing it for themselves. And in reality, I can't be their therapist. I can't fix certain things for them. I can help them in their business. And you have to stop taking the negativity, guys. You have to cut it off. You have to set boundaries. And Amanda's taught me that so much. And you have to prepare your mind for each state of life that you're in. I feel like sometimes I can't talk about things because they say, well, Brittany, you have this and your husband's home now and you're going to the gym and you look great and you have no reason to cry and you have no reason to be upset. But as the success comes and the headaches grow, because they do, I'm not going to lie, you're going to have people annoy you on your team. You're going to have people quit. You're going to have people disappoint you. It's a part of the 1099 life, give or so, okay? It is what it is. But if you're preparing your mind, which I struggle with that, if you're preparing your mind along the way, you're going to be able to tackle those those things as they come, that anxiety, that feeling of loneliness, of unworthiness, of are people posting about me, are people talking about me. When Erin was saying that, like, it's so true. We all do it. We all doubt our capabilities. We all question things in our mind. We all feel stupid sometimes, even though we shouldn't even say that out loud. We do. It's human nature. We all feel like bad parents. And when I totally started seeing myself through my car ride alone on the phone, soon as I woke up, I was on my phone. Going to bed, I was on my phone. At supper time, I was on my phone, like 24/7. And I've tried to cut that out. And it has helped me a lot. And I have stepped back from lives, and I'm going to start them back tomorrow. But I had to do something, or I was going to snap. I was on burnout, and I didn't see it. And it wasn't from one particular person. So please, if you're on my team, for the love of God, don't think it was one particular person. It is many. It is many people in a collaborative of different things.
Stop it right now. You're sitting here apologizing. And if somebody's taking it personal, it's on them. It's not on you. So just move that on right along right now.
And Brittany, I need to say this to you. You need to look for some Mio and some donuts. And it'll make life all better. I love you, girl.
I love you too.
If you guys might not get that joke, but that is everybody that was piled in my room at conference knows exactly what that joke means. But the thing is that here's the thing, guys. You can't blame anybody else for what you're not doing. Like, you can't blame an upline for not being there to answer your question. Go use another resource, okay? You can't blame an upline for not telling you about a Zoom. Since when's that your upline's job? They're posted on the team page for everybody. I don't know if you guys saw that massive ass list that I posted today of like all these things, and then Brittany Hyder goes and be's a miracle worker and goes and plugs that stuff into new bingo sheets. Well, I've already got them set up, so you're not going to see those new bingo sheets till next week, okay? Because I already got all the weeks set up. But every single day, there's like 20 million different things that you could be doing all day long to grow your business, plus the bingo sheets. That's not my job to hunt you down and say, Brittany, did you do the bingo sheet today? No.
Amanda, can I add to that really quick?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you try to get a hold of your upline and they don't respond to you, as long as you've given them an offer, like given them some time, you guys, it's okay to ask a question again. It's not bothering someone. If you feel like you haven't been heard, or perhaps it's possible your message was missed. I know Donna has messaged me multiple times about
I miss stuff all the time.
A template. And Donna, I'm looking at you now, like, I feel terrible. I don't have one, and other people aren't responding.
I talked to her.
Well, good. And so if your question isn't received well, or you don't think that somebody has seen it, ask again, because when you're getting, when I was really, really active, I might have been getting 300 messages in a day. And though it's not, buddy. It's not that I'm ignoring you. And Brittany, I'm 100% certain that woman, Amanda, nobody's ignoring anyone. It's just life is happening, and life is spiraling at all of you. Everybody has life coming at them. So sorry, I just had to add that.
No, it's so true. And Brittany, what have you found has helped you the most with kind of, because I told you've got to set some boundaries up, on some things.
I feel like a big issue for me, it was but now all of my babies are in school, so I have 6.5 hours a day and sometimes I can get caught up in not doing anything or feeling like I'm doing income producing activities, which doesn't include a bingo sheet, doesn't include maybe rewatching a Zoom, because it is okay to catch replays if you can't catch them all. You don't have to be on them all. There's always a recording. Go back and watch them. You don't have to do everything, but at the same time, if you have all this free time, because I know some people in here work, but there's some stay-at-home moms too. And being a stay-at-home mom and trying to run a business, we just did a schedule tonight. It starts first thing in the morning. It is a schedule for them. And then I'm block scheduling things for me and Eric. I'm going to have to block off a time of when I answer messages during the day and maybe in the evening. I'm going to have to block off a time when I'm going to the post office, when I'm going to the gym, when I'm doing this, because I can't live in total chaos anymore. I'm the chaos coordinator and it's not working any longer. And you can only live off so much chaos and get so far until you get so big. And and this is going to sound, we're talking about messaging your upline. It's okay to message your upline. This is the thing though. When I first joined, I'm the kind of person where I didn't want to message Amanda. Like, unless it was dire emergency, I wanted to find it myself because I felt so much better after I found it myself. I'm like, I'm smart. I can figure this crap out. Even though I didn't know what was going on in the beginning, I'm like, I'm going to figure this out. And I felt good about it. And we're all given the same resources, the same pages, the same group chats, the same Zooms, the same everything. You just have to apply them and do them. But above all, you're still going to feel doubt and failure and everything else. But if you're getting something done every day and not over consuming yourself, you're going to feel accomplished. Example, me and Amanda both started being physically active. We're not gym rats. Maybe we'll be one day. Maybe we'll be like buffing it up in the gym. I doubt it, but we're taking it a step at a time. I try to go to the gym, and when I've not been going lately, I've noticed it. And I think that's been a big part of my mind too. I go walk a mile. If that mile takes me 12, 15 minutes or 30 minutes, I get it done and I feel better about it that day. If I come home and have 3 of those minis sent out of our cloud office, if you're not using that, you're insane. It is genius. I come home and I message those 3 people and then I stop. And then I'll do this here and check to see if any promoters need me, and then I'll stop. I've only been trying to reply in my group chat instead of 500 different chats opening because it's anxiety to me and it's too much. And if you recognize it's too much, try to figure out a way to flip it on its head to fit it into your day, because you have to take time for you too, or you're going to have a burnout and you're going to lose your passion. And when I say lose your passion, I still love Thrive. Every single morning, my capsules keep me alive. I am not a morning person 2.5 years later. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not. But my capsules help me be a morning person and help me be the person I need to be. And I need to go back to helping one person at a time. Because if you get so consumed on your team and your team getting you here and why ain't your team working and why ain't your team on the Zooms, you're not going to bring in new people. You need to be bringing in new people. That's what you need. New people are the key. That's what you need. Quit trying to dig up all the Easter eggs out of the yard and go buy some new ones at the grocery store. Get out there, talk to people, show them what you love, do what's best for whatever it is. Show people know I'm a Disney addict. They know I have crazy kids. They know that I'm a hustler and I'm going to win any competition I try to get put in. And they see that, and they know I struggle with anxiety and depression. They know that too. It's okay to talk about your struggles, and it's okay to show people that you've been there and you can unpack that suitcase. If you connect with them and show them you're real, that's what's going to get them to join you. Since I've stopped going live, guys, going live for 2.5 years, I'm not going to lie, I don't cold message anybody. I normally have one person message me daily that I've not ever talked to before, just from being consistent. Let me put this into perspective, then I'll shut up. Let's say that over the past 2.5 weeks, we have somebody watching me and Amanda. Amanda's been way more active than me in the past 2.5 weeks. Brittany used to be, but I fell off. What has she done? Has she quit? Is she gave up? I think I'm going to join Amanda because she's being more consistent, and I think she'll help me more since I'm ready to join this journey. Does that make sense? People are watching you, whether they're liking your videos, whether they're talking to you, whatever, they're watching you. So you have to be consistent, not consistently spammy, just consistently active, hopeful, happy, sharing struggles, but sharing how you can overcome them. You just have to connect with people. That's all it's about. It is.
Oh my gosh, I love you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for jumping on this and sharing this tonight, because you guys, she just said all of that she just said is so true. And I got to tell you, I got to throw in the word intentional there too. And the reason why I have to throw that word intentional is because if you're not asking, you're not going to get. Okay. I don't care all of this, I want you to take all of these Facebook posts that you see people post about spammers and cold messaging and network marketing and how CDM is better than network marketing and crap talk and all of this, and take it out of your head, take it out of your zone, okay? If you're in a bazillion chats, it's time to shut those chats down, okay? You can ignore them. Just hit notifications so you don't have to have everybody ask you why you're leaving chats and blah, 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 okay? Because that's what I do. I just turn off the notifications and move on right along my merry way. But you have to say, okay, what am I wasting time on? 2 weeks ago. Is it 2 weeks ago? I don't know. It was about 2 weeks ago. I shut down. I mean, just shut down. And I think I told my leaders, like the leadership chat or something, guys, I just got to check out. Like, I'm here. I love you guys, but I got to check out. And that probably was on, I don't know, it was probably a few days that I wasn't answering messages. I wasn't really posting on Facebook. I just really just needed to unplug. I needed to kind of like reset my brain, because like Brittany, you get in this every day, just same things, just nonstop. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm like a super empathetic person, and I feel everything. So like if people are sad, beating themselves up, just talking down, and said, I see Jessica smiling at me. She gonna be smiling about 2 seconds because she knows, because I yelled at her too. Said, Jess, stop talking like that to yourself. And it's because I love you guys. Okay. So like when I hear you beating yourselves up about things that I know are not in your control, like I take that on personally. Right. So I had to just like stop for just a second, just stop. And I had to reset, and I had to picture, what is it that Amanda needed to change? What did Amanda need to do to refill? And what I realized was Amanda needed to get herself, like, I had to set some boundaries for myself. I needed to get productive and work on some of the things I sucked at. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make plan on every Sunday, and I'm going to plan out my week for my team page. I'm going to be intentional about checking in on my team chat. And then I was like, God, my personally enrolled team chat. Gee, I could scroll down through that personally enrolled team chat, and I can tell you about 3/4 of those people are not working their business. I could make a new one, but I think I'll let these people hang out here, and maybe one day they'll decide to jump in. Because my personally enrolled chat's not a bumping place to be. It's not like the cool kids club or anything. I throw a promo here and there, or hey, shoot me your goals here and there, but it's like once a month you get like Amanda there. Everybody knows though that you can message me. You know, that's not the thing. But I decided to take things off my plate versus adding things onto my plate. So I was like, okay, I can eliminate checking a bazillion chats every day. I'll be honest with you guys. I hate three-way chats. I hate three-way chats like nobody's business, because I don't want to be in a three-way chat with somebody unless they actually want to sign up. Like, I don't want to sit there. I'm not going to convince them to join. Like, they want help with something, I'll talk to them, I'll help them, but you better have asked them what it is that they want to accomplish first. Or I don't want to be in a three-way chat with your person. Sorry. But I want to see the conversations you're having before we get put in a three-way chat. Why? Because I'm not going to waste my time there, and neither should you. If you haven't found out what they want or what they can even afford or when they're trying to order or any of that, there's no reason to be in a three-way chat. Like, there's just not, unless they're trying to find out your experience because they want to order and they're serious. But like, start cutting that stuff that's just sucking the life out of you. Just like Brittany was talking about getting samples out. You guys, I got so lazy that I was not getting mini experiences out for crap. And I'm going to be honest, Ashley, listen, if you guys have never watched Ashley's video that she did on Dream Team 2020 about getting those 3-day mini experiences out through Cloud Office, and you are in the US, you need to go watch that video. And don't anybody go in the chats and ask where the hell that video's at. Go and search Dream Team 2020 for Ashley's name and it'll pop right on up. Okay? I promise. Oh God, somebody pop that video up because somebody's going to ask where that video is at. But my point is that when you realize that you're not doing certain stuff that got you to where it is that you're at, just like Aaron was talking about, you guys, I was posting about the freaking products. I was announcing my potential or my promoters. You guys are see, I signed a new promoter. Yeah. Tiffany, she's probably on here right now too. Because she was a day one thriver. Thank you very much. And she's excited and she's pumped and she's ordered her upgrade kit and she's ready to go. She's not making excuses. We FaceTime. She's pumped up. You guys know the last time I got on a FaceTime and like with a new promoter and they were like back and forth with me and I told them straight up from the get-go, shoot me a message, let me know what it is you need. This is what you need to get out there. This is how you need to get going, share your experience, just share what it is that you're doing, make your Facebook public, just get consistent, share part of your journey. Like, I'm fired up. Why am I fired up? Because I feel refueled and I feel like I took expectations off me. You're not going to be able to be on every call, every Zoom, everything, every time. Okay. So figure it out. Sunday nights, Stacy has a Zoom. If you can get on, be on because you're going to have your cup filled up. Monday nights, 9:00. I do a Zoom. If you can be on, be on. If not, I'm going to put the recording up, right? It's going to be about an hour plus a little because Amanda always talks a little extra. But the reality of it is that there's something all the time. Tuesday night, there's going to be a live event. Wednesday night, Chassie Marie's going to have a Zoom. Thursday night, there's going to be a live event. Friday night, throw up your flex. I don't know. Paul might throw out 20 calls. I don't know. But I promise you that if you go and look, there's probably somebody with a call or Zoom, or Kayla Fox has Power Hour at 6 a.m. And the thing is, guys, is like might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's fueling a hell of a lot of fires right now. You go where the energy is and you do what it is that can be for you. I personally hate 6 a.m. And the first 7 months of this year, I got up at 6 a.m. every day and I hated life. And then I said, screw this. This isn't Amanda. This is so not me. Okay. It's just not. It's not where I thrive. And that's okay. Kayla, she's like as bubbly at 6 a.m. as she is at 9. I'm like, you're magical, little unicorn. I don't know what to do with you. I can't for the life of me have that kind of energy. I hate people at 6 a.m. I mean, just being honest. So it's like, it's okay. Don't try to be like the next person. Just try to be the best version of you. Set your goals, get a game plan, and just make that business happen, right? And challenge yourself every day to learn something new. Challenge yourself every day to improve on reach outs to people. And by reach outs, I mean connecting with people you haven't talked to today. I'm super excited. I saw a girl from my old team with It Works, and she posted she bought a Cadillac. What better conversation starter is that? She bought a Cadillac. I'm like, oh my God, you're going to love that car. I have a model that's 2015. I'm going to upgrade probably next year, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what? Guess who was in my inbox a little bit later? And she was like, asking me about a light in the car because I was commenting on her post. Okay, so then guess what? Guess what I just dripped? Oh, yeah, well, I only got this because Lavelle pays for it. I don't even pay for the Mercedes that, they got me. But I love the Mercedes. I just, and we were talking about, like, I used to have a GMC Terrain, and I was, like, comparing the car payment. And I was like, dude, I got a used Cadillac. And she was like, me too. She was like, it's new to me. I was like, me too. I was like, Cadillac's best way to get it is by getting it a year or two older because that way it's, like, way cheaper. And anyways, we got talking, right? Guess what? The last conversation I had with this girl was literally January 17th, 2017. It was 2 days after I joined Lavelle. That's the last conversation I had with her in my inbox. Guys, she was a rock star. What the hell is wrong with me? She got lost along the shuffle. But now we've got that rapport going. We've got that conversation going. I'm going to shoot her a message next week, be like, girl, how do you like your car? She's going to start seeing my post. Maybe she decides that in the new year she wants to get her car paid for too. She already has it. Why not? Right? And guess what? She was a rank of diamond, which is what an auto bonus earner is here. And I could be like, just zoom on in with that. You know, you could be getting your car paid for every month. You sure you don't want to check this out? After I build that relationship back up, right? After I build that relationship back up. So anyways, I could go on and on and on. I could talk all night. Brittany, Erin, I love you guys both. Is there any last minute things that you guys can think of? I will say this. If you got to say something, say it, because I'm going to keep on talking because I can't help myself. Next week, I've got Lisa Garro that is going to be on. Lisa, I hope I didn't tear up your last name because, you know, I'm sucky at pronouncing stuff. I like mispronounce Jessica's last name like wrong for like, I think the first 2 years or something. I think I finally just started saying Kurt right. I called it cut right for I can't tell you how long. She never said anything to me. I'm terrible with pronunciations. I can't help myself. It's awful. But Jess, I have Lisa on. She's going to be on next week as a guest. And I'm looking for one other person right now that is very self-motivated on doing events and locals. Like somebody out there that's doing it, not somebody that wants to do it. I want somebody that's out there doing it. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, Lisa probably puts on more locals than anybody on our team. So, and she is a 12K. Doesn't matter what your rank is. She puts on more locals and gets to more events than anybody that I know of right now that I can think of. So if you know somebody on or off this team that is just crushing it at events, or putting together locals that are actually like having turnouts, I would love them to be a guest next week because I think that we are missing that because I think people are scared to do it. And I just want to kind of, I want to get people out there. I want you guys to know that you can have little events and you don't have to have them perfect. I was just talking to Donna Rowe, which is in Australia, by the way, and she is getting ready to put some events together. Okay, cool. Ashley, let's get, I'll message you, and we'll talk about that. But I really want people to see that these things are doable for them, that they don't have to be overly complicated, that the more simplistic that we keep things, the bigger. It's more about being consistent. Just like I used to do ladies night, every Wednesday night, I would set up at ladies night and I would pass out my card, and I built lots of relationships that way, signed lots of customers over the years, that people that I just made connections with, that ended up being vendors at vendor events that I was at. All of that stuff, it's all about building your network. And I want you to picture a Rolodex, or is it a Rolodex? No, Rolodex? Yeah, Rolodex, right? The little Rolodex thingy that winds up that you have names and addresses and phone numbers and all of that in, that's a Rolodex, right? Okay. I want you to picture this. Get old school for a second. If you had to fill out your Rolodex right now of every person that you've made contact with about this business or that you've known, that could be somebody that referred somebody, how full would your Rolodex be? And if you challenge yourself every day to add to that Rolodex, I mean, go get an old school Rolodex. I don't know. If I got an old school Rolodex, it would sit on my desk and would never get filled out. I'm just going to be honest with you. But for me, it's a numbers thing. And so I'm like, okay, who can I follow on Instagram today that's going to be relevant to my life? Well, I'm no dummy. I just connected with this new gastric sleeve surgery doctor. Jessica, I added you, I tagged you in her group. And she's like super active I tagged her on Instagram. I tagged her in my stories. I tagged her on Facebook and then made her I'm like, hey, I'm here. Guess what, guys? I got like 30 new followers last night on Instagram because she posted her Instagram on her page. And I was like, okay, click follow. And then I went down through every single person and I followed them. Why? Because they wanted people to follow them. And then those people that had private accounts, I shot them little messages underneath and said, hey, I shot you a follow. Just wanted you to remember me from this page. You guys, you got to always be thinking about how can I connect with somebody new? How can I get in front of new people? Not how can they buy my product today? How can I get them to join my team today? It's how can I get in front of new people? Because if what you have is what they want, they're going to order. But if you're not in front of them, they'll never see it. Okay? So I love you guys. I hope everybody has an awesome, awesome evening. Brittany, Aaron, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are inspired. I see some people are hopping off, probably because it's 10, 11. I'll get the Zoom up in the morning, not tonight, because to be honest, I'm going to take my contacts out. I'm going to go crawl into my bed. And I'm going to have a glass of wine because I can't eat. And I really want to eat because it's that time of the month. And I'm sure everybody that watches this replay will thank me for that last comment. I love you guys. Everybody have a good night. Bye. Thanks for spending the last hour and 10 minutes with us. Oh shit, I can't get it to stop.